and welcome to the Jelvix channel. Ever wondered how to turn a tech idea into reality? Then you've come to the right place. This video is all about the MVP and prototype methods, as we put these two approaches to the ultimate test, just like the real Mythbusters. Now, to compare MVP and prototype approaches, we conducted a comprehensive simulation with two separate teams running the same project simultaneously. It revealed critical differences in project stages, challenges, findings, and key process outcomes. So follow us to see them. We're Jelvix, a software development partner for industry leaders. We post weekly videos on tech in 5 minutes. Don't forget to subscribe. Speaking of the project, it's time to introduce you to our lab rabbit. Meet a financial app aimed at simplifying personal finance management. Let's call this app Expense Track. If you have a better name idea though, drop it in the comments. So, the goal of the two experiment-involved teams was to efficiently bring the concept to market and do their best to ultimately enhance the app's chances of success in the competitive financial marketplace. In doing so, the first Jelvix team opted for the MVP approach. They believed by focusing on delivering a minimum viable product, they could rapidly bring a functional version of Expense Track to market, validate key features, and gather feedback from real users for further refinement at the post-MVP stages. The other team believed the prototype approach would secure project success by enabling them to thoroughly explore and refine the user experience before committing to full-scale development. So, which team is actually right? Let's find out as we go through the project stages step by step. Now, kicking off the project, both teams started strong as they delved into research. The Jelvix MVP team started with comprehensive market research to identify the pain points and needs of their target audience regarding personal finance management. They analyzed the existing budgeting apps and also gathered feedback from potential users through surveys and interviews. Features, interfaces, competitor differentiation points. Nothing could escape their scrutiny. As they dig themselves in comprehensive analysis, this step required significant effort and became quite time-consuming. Finding the top pressing pain points of their target audience was not easy either. The team had to make some guesses and could only hope they would prove accurate. Meanwhile, the Jelvix prototype team began with their own research approach. However, while the MVP enablers focused on identifying the core features and pain points of future app users, the prototype creators went deeper into analyzing the user experience and design of competitor budgeting apps. They were not as overwhelmed with decision-making as the other team, but there was another twist to their research and analysis efforts, striking the balance between drawing inspiration from competitors without replicating them. Ultimately, Expense Track had to be a unique solution, not a replica of any other app. Alright, let's return to the MVP team as they move on to the next project stage. Now, at this step, they had to prioritize essential features from the functionality list created during their research. Narrowing down to only a basic set of features was their focus here, since they wouldn't be able to address multiple user needs due to their resource constraints and development timelines for an MVP project. Thus, having analyzed the priorities, the team chose to add expense tracking, customizable budget categories, and basic reporting functionalities to the app's MVP version. Similar to the MVP team, the prototype project teammates went on to refine the expense track concept. At this stage, they conducted creative brainstorming sessions to generate innovative design solutions and differentiate expense track from existing apps in the market. As a result, the wireframes were created. The next step for both teams involved prototyping, which aimed to simulate the functionality and flow of expense track, showcasing its design, layout, and interactions. And while the level of detail was not as high as for the MVP project, they still had to pay attention to numerous design-related aspects, including typography, color schemes, and iconography, all to ensure a cohesive and engaging user experience. Incorporating interactive elements added up to this challenge, requiring thorough iterative design refinement. Moving on post the prototyping stage, the MVP teammates swiftly developed a functional MVP of Expense Track using agile methodologies, integrating complex features and considering the seamless experience across different devices. Meanwhile, the prototype team delved into the prototype validation. The team demonstrated the prototype to stakeholders to showcase the business concept and garner their input and buy-in. They also conducted focus group sessions with potential end users to gather feedback and insights on user flows and overall user experience. So, as you can see, unlike the MVP group, which focuses on gathering feedback from early adopters of the solution, the prototyping project relies on feedback from stakeholders and focus groups. Once this stage is done, it's the finish line for the prototyping team, as they refine the prototype based on feedback and hand it off for development. In total, the team wraps up the process in a couple of weeks, a timeline impossible for the MVP team, which requires months to develop features and launch the product. Once the MVP team completes the development stage, they validate the business concept in the real market. Their goal here is to find a product market fit for their product, reducing the risk of building a product with no market. While the MVP is already ready to sell to early adopters, here is another difference from the prototype project. The prototype team's deliverables, unlike MVP, were not intended for sale, but rather to generate further investment from stakeholders. Once the MVP has been validated, the team further scaled up development efforts, up until the fully fledged product launch. At the same time, the prototype was followed by further stages until ready to launch. So which method did eventually win? Sorry to disappoint you, there are no winners here. It all depends on the actual business priority. As for this real-life project, the Jelvix team opted for MVP, and the reasons for it were several, based on our client's business priorities, feature requirements, timelines, and costs. Additionally, it's worth mentioning that a project can have both phases, prototype development followed by MVP development. In this case, MVP development should be performed after prototype development. Don't forget to like this video. We recommend watching a story of how we tried developing an app like Uber. And of course, make sure you're subscribed.